5:30 begins with this. On Friday, WUSA 9 had a town hall to address gun violence in our schools. We asked the top person at the D.C.'s Mayor's Office for Education if there was a school resource officer at every district high school. The answer was no.
And we have them deployed strategically and roving throughout the day.
What does that mean, strategic?
So it depends on where the school is located, the history. I think similarly, it is about having them where we need them most.
WUSA 9's Janice Park has more on why. Janice.
Well, the mayor's office says there are over 100 school resource officers to protect kids in the district, and they place them where they are needed the most. They say one part is budget-based, but they also have that because they have other resources like metal detectors in most schools. But neighboring counties like Prince George's County and Montgomery County all have a school resource officer in every single high school.
Woodrow Wilson High School is in Northwest D.C. We're keeping this Wilson senior's identity private as she talks about school safety.
So, the most prominent place where we have security is walking in through the metal detectors every morning. We've got metal detectors at every entrance, and then we have security guards monitoring them.
The mayor's office says school resource officers in D.C. are roving, placed where they're needed the most. More resource officers may be placed at a school that may be dealing with gang violence. D.C. police call it a cluster model.
Gang violence or an incident that we're informed about in a particular area, we will deploy more resources. So we want to keep it agile and flexible to be able to address those.
But this means there isn't a school resource officer at every D.C. high school.
I suppose I don't think that it's 100% necessary if we have other security measures, but I definitely don't think that it would be harmful in any way. I think it's something that would be useful if we did have the money to invest in it.
Definitely wouldn't hurt. It would help, if anything.
A surprise to some at a time when school resource officers are being hailed by school systems as invaluable members of the school community. Last month, an honors student is accused of bringing a loaded gun to school in Clarksburg, Maryland.
Myself and a security member went and took him out of the classroom.
And just last week in St. Mary's County, a school resource officer is being hailed as a hero for taking action and saving lives after a gunman killed a 16-year-old student, Jalen Willie, at a time when some parents say they fear for their children the most.
They are our future. We have to take care of the kids, and what's going on right now is madness.
And D.C. police say before and after school resource officers are located outside schools to help make sure students arrive and leave school safely. Janice Park, WUSA 9.
Janice, thank you for getting us those answers. In Maryland, Governor Larry Hogan has called for another $50 million a year to pay for school resource officers in technology. Now, this is video of the governor last week visiting Great Mills High School after that tragic shooting. Governor Hogan also urged the House lawmakers to pass a bill that would increase funding for programs to reduce crime.
Yesterday,